CBC's Natalie Collada is covering the story for us, and she joins us from the accident scene. I have to tell you, I know that area pretty well. What's the latest on this story, Natalie?
Well, this very much is the scene, Diana, and as you can see, to give people at home an idea of the force of this impact, take a look at this. This is a stop sign that appears to have been ripped out of the ground during this collision. And if you come and look over here on the other side of the road, you can see a small memorial of flowers and teddy bears that families have been coming throughout the day and dropping off, many of whom say they didn't know the children, the family, but who also say that this has touched them, that this has shaken them. Today in court, 29-year-old Marco Muzo of Ontario was facing 18 charges. He made a brief appearance. His family was in court. They looked at him briefly. Many of them were tearing up. He looked at them briefly, I should say, and then for the majority of the time kept his eyes downcast. He is facing, as you said, 18 charges, 4 of which were impaired driving, causing death. So we had an opportunity to speak to the lawyer of Marco Muzo as he was leaving the courtroom. The family didn't want to speak. However, he talked to us a little bit about how difficult this also is for his client and his family. Here's what he had to say.
It's a tough go for him right now, as I'm sure you could appreciate, right? So, but I'm not going to get into the specifics of what he said, guys. Sorry.
Interesting as we see you standing out there to give people around the country some sense of context. And Vaughan is a growing city, but you're standing in an area that looks very rural. But we should say, like in so many other places of the country, it's growing, and the traffic in all of these areas is getting busier along these roads that aren't usually used to that kind of traffic. But this was midday. What do we know about the accused, Natalie?
Well, I can tell you, just first to speak on that point, Diana, I can tell you I've been speaking to people here who tell me, who live in this area, who say street racing is not uncommon to be seen along this particular road. Whether or not that had anything to do with this incident, we don't know. It's far too early to tell. But what we do know is a little bit about the accused. As you said, 29-year-old Marco Muzo. He is a part of a very established family in the Ontario area, known for their work in contracting and in construction in particular. The family itself is one of the 50 most richest in Canada. So it's a very prominent family that he is a part of. And we know his fiancée was in court today. She did not want to speak on camera. She was rushed quickly into a car, same with his mother. So that we are learning slowly a little bit more about him and, of course, of these victims as we dig into this story, Diana.
Yeah, parents losing 3 young kids in one moment like that. Just awful to think about. Thank you, Natalie. The CBC's Natalie Collada in Vaughan, Ontario.